Hello everybody. Thank you, Jenna, and thank you all again for being here this evening. I know many of you are here tonight because you already know and love Marta and understand what an icon she is in Buenos Aires. She is one of the most important Latin American artists living and working today. While Marta has been primarily based in Argentina for most of her career, she started coming to New York City in the mid-60s, where she became deeply involved in the neo-avant-garde scene, staging happenings with Alan Capro, Charlotte Moorman, and becoming friends with art world luminaries such as Salvador Dalí and, of course, Andy Warhol. Although she returned to Buenos Aires in the mid-1970s, she kept visiting New York often, and it was on one of those trips in 1985 that she first created this piece, titled The Payment of the Argentine Foreign Debt to Andy Warhol with Corn, the Latin American Gold. Marta visited Warhol at the factory, and they agreed to do a private photo performance in which she would symbolically pay him the Argentine foreign debt in corn. Her assertion was that the people of the Americas had already given the world so much of value, not just corn, but potatoes, chocolates, pepper, and so many other valuable staples, that these cash crops should more than cover the Latin American debt. At the time, the piece was incredibly important because Argentina was a young, very young, 1 year only, democracy that was renewing its international connections and that was in deep economic debt due to loans from the IMF and private banks taken out by the previous dictatorial government, which had multiplied by 5 or 6 times the external debt. She chose Andy Warhol as her counterpart in this performance, not only due to their friendship and his fame, but because he was, and still is, a symbol of American culture, pop, and particularly of American consumerism. We had this work up until last December in part 1 of our current exhibition El Dorado, which you can see after the performance if you want, where it was part of a broader dialogue among Latin American artists of different generations, exploring themes of extractivism and economic dependency.
And this work is also included in our exhibition, Arte, 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 just uptown at the Jewish Museum, which I had the pleasure of co-organizing with our incredible chief curator, Darcy Alexander, who is also here with us tonight. That's right. Our exhibition is the first major survey of Marta Minujín in the United States, where we are presenting over 60 years of Marta's exuberant artistic practice. From her early fluorescent mattress-based soft sculptures to her brightly colored strip paintings and decades of interactive multimedia pieces and audacious performance art. So of course, this work that we're going to see tonight is also an important highlight of our presentation too. I will say this performance is classic Marta. It is performative and playful. It is socially engaged, but it's also very tongue-in-cheek, showing how deftly Marta has been able to maneuver in often highly volatile political circumstances. It is also a defiant claim for Marta's rightful place in art history, right alongside Andy Warhol. As Marta said, if he was the king of pop in New York, then she is the queen of pop in Argentina. In our exhibition, we also examine Marta's longtime interest in creating work that has to do with the land, natural resources, cultural exchange, and the global economy. So as some of you might know, this is not the first time Marta has restaged this particular performance. In 1996, she performed the piece with a Margaret Thatcher impersonator at the ICA in London. And for Documenta in 2017, she staged a version with an Angela Merkel to comment on the Greek foreign debt. Tonight, we will have 5 Martas and 5 Andy Warhols performing this piece because, as Marta explained, the Argentine foreign debt has again multiplied by 5 since 1985 when she first did this piece. So before we begin, I just want to make one more announcement, which is that we'd like for you to hold your applause at the end of the performance, as we'll have some words from the artist herself. And with that, without any further ado, we give you payment of the Argentine foreign debt with corn, the Latin American gold.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I'm going to give the microphone to Marta.
I'm going to explain what happened like 42 years ago. How much? 1995? 40?
Yes.
40. With Andy, we were friends since 1966. When I got my first exhibition in New York, that was the Batacasso at Bianchini Gallery, he was a friend of all the pops. So everyone came to see my show, Andy Warhol, Ron Lichtenstein, Robert Rauschenberg, George Segal, all the pop came. And they loved my work, and I became, of course, very much friend with Andy Warhol, because we were very much alike. We like to take the people of fame and to have, I don't know, like in 1965, I did simultaneity in 1966, where I took the most famous people to come and be photographed and everything. I was always interested in the media, and him too. So the idea, so I came back to Argentina in 1974, and then the situation, the political situation, was very much in trouble. So much in trouble that they closed Instituto di Tela in 1969, the militaries, and broke all the works, all the prize, because they were working from Rosenquist, was a very international prize, and they broke everything, and also my prize, that was Revolt and Live, they broke everything. So this idea of the debt started happening. We always have debt, but not so much like even we have now. So that's why I decided to make a performance. You know that in the performance, they support to be very annoying. The people get annoyed because they waiting something else happen, nothing happen. And that's why I don't like people clap their hands, because it's not theater, it's a performance. So even to be annoyed, to be waiting something happen, nothing happen, is interesting. So I decided I was very, very famous in Argentina since 1964, 65, for my happenings and for my installation. And he became very famous here in the following years. So I came to New York and I asked him, like I was a queen in Argentina, he was a king in New York, I wanted to pay to him the Argentinian external debt. So we did it at his studio, the latest studio that was in 37 and 5th Avenue, fantastic studio. Before I went to the other studio in 14th Street, and was totally different. They were there, people, very, very rich millionaires, that he made him to create their own portraits. He take the picture, put it in the floor, and then they had to work. He said, put red, put white, so everybody was working there. So then he sold these pieces to extraordinary prices, and even they did it. They buy their own work. So that was always the participation, people. So we did that in 1985. Then we went to the corner of, we take picture, photograph, I take. And then we went to the corner, to the Empire State Building in the corner, and we gave away all the corn to people to eat there. So now you're all going to eat corn. Yeah. And I hope you enjoy it. And you can also take some corn to cook in your house if you want. All of them. You can take home. So that will be all. That was all my explanation. And I decided to do that with 5 Andy Warhol and 5 Marta Minujín, because the debt is much, much, much bigger in Argentina with the United States. So that's why. Okay, that's all. No.
Thank you. Please don't clap. Please no. No.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We would like to invite you to celebrate Marta and celebrate this amazing performance next door.
Yeah.
And let's have corn and something to drink. Thank you so much. Also, the galleries are going to be open if you want to visit the exhibition until 8 p.m. Thank you.